I mean, it's true. There just aren't enough songs about the Balrog. There's millions of songs about Santa Claus, thousands of songs about the Easter Bunny. I mean, even the Grim Reaper has more songs about the Balrog, or than the Balrog. I mean, we do have some recent inroads into Balrog songiness, such as a new track from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. But still, how many songs in the top 40 have mentioned a Balrog? I warrant not many. Certainly none in recent decades. Where are the songs about the Balrog? That's what I want to know. That's what the world wants to know. I mean, we hear a lot of songs about, cars and drinking and boyfriends or girlfriends. Just swap out Balrog for boyfriend or Balrog for girlfriend or, Balrog for gin and juice. There you go. Now you've got a song about the Balrog. Hello everyone, welcome to Court of the Rings. Here on twitch.tv/LOTRO stream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings /live, and facebook.com/LOTRO. Thank you very much for joining us. Give us a like on Facebook. Give us a subscribe on YouTube if you want to get these videos and other videos of far more importance in your YouTube subscription feed. Give us a follow on Twitch. You'll be notified for when not only we go live with shows, but when all of our LOTRO streamers do go live. And you can go and check out their schedule too over on the Twitch page. We also have a Google Calendar set up. I am on Landreval today. I'm getting ready to continue my trek through the Spring Festival for fun and profit. I want to be a lucky duck.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
All right, let me choose a race contestant. I'm going to say... Oh, why not Otto? Otto seems cool.
I am at your service.
Oh, I guess I missed it. Who do I need to speak to?
At your service and your families.
Okay. It's a consolation present. Anyways, I figure this will be a nice casual thing. I'll do some horse racing and keg racing. Just for fun. Answer some questions and what have you. So there we go. Let me actually speak to this person over here.
By Durin's beard, won't you give me even a moment?
I can do that. Talk a little bit about bonuses, some things we have going on, answer your questions. I get paid to pay LOTRO. I already am a lucky duck. That's true. That's true. But so here's the thing. My non-official Standing Stone Games screen name for, what, about 15 years now has been Mock Duck. So I really do need to be a lucky duck. Bull Roar tomorrow again. Yeah, I believe that is the plan. We're going to do at least one more Bull Roar, and that'll be, I believe, starting tomorrow. So there we go. And that wasn't hard to find. Jeez, the guy doesn't even look. I guessed I would have been wrong anyway. Alright, so, how's it going? Good morning. Hello, hello. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Nice to see you over on Facebook. Greetings from Germany over on Facebook. Greetings back to you as well. Not sure what this consolation present's all about. But I didn't get it.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings.
Well met, friend.
Alright. Oh, let's have to wait till these guys get reset. In the meantime, let me just wander around, show you a few things. Maybe I could find some of Scully's stuff. It looks like here's the race course. I could be a keg racer. I'm a dwarf. Why not? Hey, here's one of his things. So, if you watched last week's live stream, you will know that I had trouble finding or being able to properly click on the fires. And some people in chat were very helpful that you can do F10 and then U. And that sounds awesome. So, for those of you who may be in the same boat, that is a good tip. If you're trying to figure out how to get those fires, you can just kind of target them with F10 and hit U. Otherwise, the other advice I got was to talk a little bit about, or click on the name rather than say the icon, and that can be helpful as well. So. Oh, and here's the last thing. Man, that's an easy way to get a festival coin. Any plans on letting us disable legendary item notification of leveling and alerts in the future? Wow. I have not heard of plans to do that.
What is the meaning of this?
It's not a terrible suggestion, though. I mean, I could pass it along, but I haven't heard of any plans to do that. The box is the box is if you choose the wrong dwarf. I just wasn't sure if I had one from the last time I was here or not. Ready Chance Thomas to provide his music for Mordor? Yes-ish. The music is still being recorded, finalized, mastered, all that sort of thing. So it's not yet hooked up to the Mordor expansion, but we have like some kind of placeholder music, which is like sort of MIDI files that we can use to help find beats to and things like that. So the final music is still being worked on, but yeah, he's hard at work on it. If you actually follow his Twitter feed, he's got some really cool pics of recent recording sessions and that kind of thing. Oh, really? The note itself for finding the stuff quest? Alright, that sounds great. Mm-hmm. There's a map to the party tree. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot I got a sunflower kite. Yeah, so if you haven't seen those yet, you can actually... Ooh, cool, man. I got some cool stuff to check out in my free time. I gotta go through my inventory. That's some good stuff. Wow. That border was pretty crazy. Good thing I got a little bit of time. Any chance we could get alternate ways to get trade points other than West Rohan and Eastern Gondor? I mean, that's the system that's currently hooked up for it. No news, sorry, Eothron, about physical copies of Chance Thomas's music. That's not going to come from us, although if he announces it, we'll signal boost it. That would really be coming from Huge Sound Records and Chance Thomas's label itself. So if you want to find out about physical copies first, he's really the one to go to on that sort of thing. But as soon as we hear news about it, we'll let you know. But, yeah. How many betas are we going to have? That remains to be seen, but my understanding is... let's go with Otto again. That guy's a little seeing double, but that's okay. But yeah, it's going to come from him. Are the race winners completely random? That's my understanding. It is, yeah. Where's my pre-order? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We are getting close. We're actually going to be most likely next week kind of updating our social media, sort of splash screens and logos and Twitch logos and all that sort of thing, with the new Mordor stuff. So I mean, we're getting really close. It just isn't quite here yet. Stay tuned. Is Bull Roarer back? Not yet. It'll be probably mid-late afternoon, potentially as late as early evening tomorrow. We do have some developer diaries that are in the works. They're a little busy putting the final touches on Mordor to spend the time to answer our questions, but that's something that will be. We sent off basically a bunch of questions today, actually, on that sort of thing, up to and including the allegiance system. So I think we will be having some dev diaries in the upcoming weeks and up to several months. When pre-order goes up, how long will it be open? It'll be a pretty short window on pre-purchase, and it'll be open until we go live with it. In which case, you'll just be able to buy the thing. How many expansions do we have? Oh, we've got several. Moria, Helm's Deep, Gondor, or Riders of Rohan. Any update on the trailer potential work? I saw a rough cut of it 2 days ago, and it's looking pretty good. It's not yet ready to release yet, but close. Will we have the 4th of July sale week where packs and expansions are half off? No. Oh, come on, go Otto! You can do it, buddy! Yeah! Go Otto! Go Otto! You can do it! I believe in you! You can get me things. Get me all the things. I want the title. Yeah, a couple of weeks, at least on pre-purchase, most likely. Something in that ballpark. 6 including Mordor? Yeah, that sounds about right. Man, if I wasn't so drunk. Almost done. All right. I hear the new max level will be 115. Is that true? Correct. That will be true. Come on, bud. You can do it, Otto. I have faith in you. Yeah. Yes.
Well met, friend.
Sweet. Maybe I'll do one more of these while I hang out, and then we'll head over to the horse races a little bit. I'm sorry, White Goliath, I haven't seen your latest video, so if it was too offensive, I'm not aware of it yet. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Question about the Moors. I know it isn't on the planning with Mordor expansion yet, but will there be new Eton jewelry class items such as captain banners? We don't currently have plans to do major expansion in Eton Moors. I rigged the race. Well, maybe he knows that I've got an admin character. I could target him and hit delete. Just saying. I'm not saying that, you need to win the race in order to not be deleted. No, actually, I would never do that. That would be inappropriate. Will all races get new hairstyles when Mordor is released? No. We're doing our avatar revamp in phases, and it's going to start with the human and high elf. And then we're going to be, when they're ready to release, we'll be releasing them in subsequent kind of patches and updates. Whenever they're ready, basically. So not all races will get new hairstyles, just those two. High Elf will be released with Mordor. That is true. What in the expansion am I most excited for? Well, see, I have a, you know, an insight as to what's being done. So for me, I know what happens. I've seen the bit with the Fate of the Ring. I've heard the voice recording sessions of it, and that's going to be very exciting. So that might be it for me, being able to see that truly kind of literarily historic moment brought to life in our game is one of the things that I'm, man, am I jazzed for. It's very cool. I'm not quite sure, Anding, what the focus of this week's Bull Roarer testing will be. My guess is it's going to be further polish on, what, High Elf, quests in general, things like that. I don't know what the other bullet points are. I would need to talk to Tiber about that. Greetings from Portugal. Hey, nice to see you too. When is the next Bull Roar server wipe? Probably after our cycle here. Might as well keep it as long as people have characters and all that sort of thing. Any update on mortar pricing? No, stay tuned. When we announce our pre-purchase, you'll see that stuff. That's when you'll know about it. Will LOTRO main site page get updated after mortar release or with it? Probably after. It's on my shoulders really to do that work, and I just don't have time to do it right now. I think there's a good question to be had about how much of that needs to stay. We have a lot of sections of LOTRO.com that are clearly outdated, but also are never visited by new players or returning players. So why are we doing the work to theoretically upkeep it? So I think we may go a little more evergreen on that stuff. Get rid of some of the fancy coding that prevents it from being updated easily, and maybe switch over to a more static page, that kind of thing. And that is on the agenda to do, but there are just other priorities like getting mortar out the door. I'm actually working in terms of kind of shop talk in the community area. I think the next thing we're going to see is an update to the community guidelines. They're written, they're approved, even legal has signed off on them. They're out for translation, localization right now, and when they come back, I will do that. This time I'm betting on Lar, how about?
Come and stay a moment, friend. I would be grateful for your assistance.
Alright. Yeah, I am resetting the races here with mithril coins. So that'll be happening next, and it's not really a huge I mean, it is kind of a big overhaul of the community guidelines for the forums and that. In terms of actual practice of the way that we moderate, whether you like it or not, it isn't really changing significantly, but we're getting rid of a lot of the legalese, kind of the number system, some of those kind of infraction point thresholds, and just sort of, I don't know, rules lawyery legalese of it. So it's going to be, I think, more clear, easier to understand, hopefully easier to follow, and just be a little bit more clear about what we actually expect on the forums. Rather than kind of having rules and then sort of hidden rules and rules that came up but aren't actually in the rules, and all that kind of stuff cruft that sort of happened over the last decade. I took it on myself to really say, both for DDO and LOTRO, alright, what are we actually doing? What does the community actually want us to do? And let's try to cater our rules to that. And so that's really, I think, next. The website update, I'm hoping to get done by, let's just say, this fall. But I think that a complete overhaul of the website is not in our cards. But hopefully I can take some of those like questing areas, adventure pack, subsections, and things like that that are outdated and make them more evergreen so that you don't face areas that just don't make any sense. Boramond, do the voice actors come to Standing Stone Games, or is there a studio somewhere? Yes, there is a studio somewhere. Depending on who we use, the studio is either maybe in their home studio, or they go to a professional recording studio. I know there's a studio in Austin we use. There's some studios in California. Some of the most popular voice actors, ones that they're like in everything, they just have their own home setups. But even in those cases, they usually have a producer. So what the way it tends to work is we Skype into the recording session from Standing Stone Games. They sort of patch us into whatever the recording booth is there, and then the voice acting is done. It's sort of edited, mastered, put ready to insert into the game by a recording studio that we do, or that we contract with and work with. And then that stuff just comes to us as a bunch of files and we put it into the game. Sorry, Thrashtith, I'm not sure if the Epic Battle Jewelry rewards will scale up to 115. My guess is no, but it could be I'm wrong about that. Will there be new Moors gear? No. Is Northern Mirkwood still on the map for the future? Has it ever been, officially said that we're going to Northern Mirkwood? I mean, there's a bunch of places we'd like to go. I just don't know that we've committed to that. Can I make them very tiny or big or turn them into orcs? I think I could if I wanted to get in trouble and potentially no longer be employed at Standing Stone Games. I could probably go into an admin character, edit the server property to make them really tiny. I'd laugh until I lost my job. Since Mordor has 5 regions, will we also get to test the other 4? I think the answer to that is mostly, but there is going to be some parts that we... Hey, come on! Dude, 2 for 2. Maybe there is admin luck going on here. Except I'm not on my admin characters, so,
Well met, friend.
Sweet. Alright, well, let me head over to the horse races. I seem to recall, if I remember, there's an NPC here. Oops. So there will be some sections that are just not going to be seen by everybody until we go live.
Stay and have some tea.
Alright, let's say Gladys
Hello
Gate.
there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Correct, James A. When we launch with Mordor here, it is going to be Udun, Lingris, Teletheroi. Sorry if I'm mangling the words. Dor Amrath and Agernath. Any future plans for a new creep class? No. Are there any Easter egg voices like devs doing voices? No. I mean, some of that is done in kind of pre-production when they're working on it, just kind of get a sense of tone and stuff. But in terms of when we actually do the recording, we tend to use professionals for that. Some of the devs have mentioned Northern Mirkwood. Okay. Oh yeah, I can complete a quest. Talk to the other guy there. Good call.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, let's see. Is this just gonna get me drunk again? Probably. We're here. Bro. Any plans for a new crafting guild level? No. We do have new crafting coming in Mordor, but we've said a couple of times now, and just so that you're aware, no. No new crafting guild level with update 21. Oh no, my person's running behind. Eat faster! Eat faster! I have not heard that, Ashigaru, about some kind of armor blocking requirement. Where is that coming from, do you know? What about the rest of Mordor coming in update 21 dot updates or 22? We will be having group content that'll be coming in future at a point update shortly after update 21. So yeah, there will be some, and it's not necessarily done with just what we have on Mordor as well, but that's what we're launching with here. So no, come on. Oh, fine, Gladdy. I didn't want you to win anyway. What is the status of the LOTRO official role-playing rules and policy? The official thread that has been unstickied. Yeah, it was outdated. I don't know that we are making any real changes on our official role-playing rules and policy, but at the same time, um, we've had discussions on the forums and elsewhere, about Laurelin and things like that, and the community is just not really settled as to what needs to be done. There are people on with very strong opinions on several sides of it, so I don't know that we're not changing anything, for what it's worth. But we didn't keep around an outdated thread, and I don't really know that we plan to be all rules lawyery about it. Sweet. Alright. So I guess the big takeaway is nothing's changing. Yep. From what it is right now. Yeah, I don't know, James. I'm gonna have to follow up with someone on the dev team because that's news to me. But will the current Throne of the Dread Terror raid remain relevant in Mordor? We're not updating it, but I think it's still going to be pretty popular. If that's what you mean. Let's head over to the party tree. I'll try these heat waves again.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
This time I'm prepared. See, just boom. I switched to a flute, by the way. I am a flautist in real life, now I'm a flautist in LOTRO. Want to thank, I think it was Druid's Fire for getting me that stuff. Those new instruments. Let my melodious flute quench thine flame. Yeah, see, that works a lot better. But no, we do not have new items for Throne of the Dread Terror. So I guess I'll leave that qualitative judgment up to someone other than myself as to whether or not that makes it relevant or not. If you find the equipment is still relevant for the level of the content, then it will remain relevant. If you do not believe it thus, then I guess not. Yeah, thanks, Neely. Nia Neely? Yeah, the drum's better for DPS, huh? I didn't realize. Yeah, there you go. Any word on the freak-bugged critical hit chance on creeps in the moors? It's been several weeks now. You mentioned they were working on it. Can we expect a fix before Mordor? Yeah, that's the intention. I thought we did do some work on last week's Bullroar in regard to that issue. But if that wasn't there, then it's coming. I mean, we do have a new group content coming in a point update, so to some extent, I think that's going to slightly deprecate, you know.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
If you're only focused on the hottest thing and that's the only thing that matters. But I think it'll remain relevant for many people. How much longer are the anniversary quests going to remain up? We have an official date posted on that. It's been a while since I looked at it, but it's what, mid-July here, right? So just check on the announcement, the forums on that. I don't want to give a bad date right now, and I don't feel like looking at it right now. But that's publicly available information. You should be able to find that pretty easily. Is the kite with the fish on it that you fly in, the kite flying quest, available to have in your character? Yes, it's available in the LOTRO store. It's one of the 2 new kites available in the LOTRO store, and then there's 2 kites available to earn on the festival as well. Where's that final overheated group of folks? Can't remember where they are. Are they up on the road? Yeah, one more week for the scavenger hunt quest. That sounds right. And then it will be back. The anniversary scavenger hunt will return. The plan is to do it for every anniversary. Ah, cool. Oh, there we go. Any famous Hollywood actors in the voice recording? Not famous as in names you're going to necessarily recognize, but certainly quite a few voice actors who have credits far and wide across both, say, cartoons, video games,
Hello
things
again.
like that.
Might I
So
speak with you a moment?
quite a few very popular voice actors, and you know, because we have returning characters, clearly, a lot of these are people that we've um, used previously. But we also have some new ones too that are very, very cool. You're right actually. We're just starting. Actually, is that today? Is today my first anniversary as community manager for LOTRO? It's gotta be close to that, because yeah, it was in kind of earliest July that I was officially kind of named that. It was kind of a rolling start, because you know we were doing a bunch of work at the same time there. So, but yeah, I think so. Heading over this way, aren't I? Yeah. I am down for more music. I love the music in this game. I think it's one of the coolest things that we do. So I'm down for more music, always. This one I'm going to do this one right. At least that's the goal. Alright.
Good day.
Now I need to get what? The fresh fruit? Get honey from the green dragon. Is that one? Oh, there we go. He's doing it again. Yes. Yes. Barmy root
Oh,
not.
the gall of some folk. Might I speak with you a moment?
How do I mix this thing? Mix the dessert. Where's the dessert? How do I mix it? Alright, there we go. I mean, I think that we're always open to, I mean, you know, quadruple the size of the team, and yeah, we're going to keep going and going and going in all sorts of parts of the world that we've been to. Realistically, I don't know what our plans are. I mean, certainly for the short term here, we're focusing on Mordor and thereabouts, but never say never on revisiting, say, like Bree and things like that. Open up those Hobbit gifts. Yeah, I suppose I should do that. I don't know where I'd love to see in game that has not been done yet. I'm down for, you know... Gosh, let me think about that. And let me kind of go with the stock answer of Shelob. That would be rad.
How'd you do?
Alright, there we go.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Lonely Mountain would be cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, I'm sure. All of Erebor? That's cool. Lake Town, there we go. Will the Standing Stone monolith remain in the lake after the anniversary quest is finished? That's a very good question. I don't actually know how they have it set. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I don't want to spoil that class ruse. I don't really want to give away how we're going to be telling the story here. Sorry. Did I? A hill too high to climb. Oh, there's another crash kite. Yeah, it was like 7th or 8th. I knew it was around this time. You know, technically, I was doing a lot of the same work before being officialized about it, because it was just me. But I think it was that formal announcement of, do you really think you can do both games? Because if so, we'd like you to do it. And I was like, yeah. I was very excited to do so. So I guess looking back, what would I have done different? I would love to have had more time to play the game. not, which I bet a lot of people would say the same thing, right? But yeah, it's true. I would have liked to have maybe been a little more knowledgeable up to this point. I know that there was a recent thread on the forums about that. You know, I appreciate the criticism, and it's something that I don't entirely disagree with. But hey, I'm doing the best I can. The time, it moves so quickly for us all. If I do a giveaway, I can call it Lord of the Bling. I like it. I like it a lot. When will I do a 12-hour LOTRO gameplay again? That's a good question. At the end of the month, my son goes back to his mother's, where he's going to be going to kindergarten this year, and so that'll open up my schedule somewhat to be able to kind of do night work and kind of off hours work. So at the very least, it's going to have to wait until after then. But I do think that, you know, the next quarter or so, that sounds like a pretty cool thing to do. I'm down. I feel like I'm still missing. There's a kite. Still missing 2 of the kite flying places. I guess I should look on the map. Okay. Good enough. I love the idea of having an emote where you slap someone with a piece of bacon. If you're a DDO player, if you are, you'll know. Us DDO peeps are a little weird about bacon. I'm actually a vegetarian, so I just mostly play along because it's fun. Unless you count, but see, I count veggie bacon as bacon. It doesn't, I know, sacrilege. Many of those are probably screaming at their monitors, what? What? But it's true. I vote emote bacon slap. I like it. I like it a lot. Then I will have to play creep. You know, I don't want to well, I guess rather than say I don't want to, let me just say, let me disappoint the PvP crowd. I am not a PvP player. It's not nothing personal. I don't PvP in any game. If there's a multiplayer shooter, I'll do the single player content, and then I will move on to something else. I'm just not a PvP player. Never have been, never will be, never want to be. I will do it out of professional interest, professional sort of need to better understand what's going on. But I promise you I will not enjoy it. It's the reality, man. I'm telling you the truth. I'm just laying down the truth. I am not a PvP player.
Good day.
How do you do?
Alright, how many tokens do I have at this point?
Greetings, friend.
How do you do?
Definitely could get the Tome of the Soaring Bird kite. Looks like I got 29. I'll keep doing that. I'm not going yet. I kind of want the Summer Flower kite. I'd love to get the... I know the tunic and trousers is cool, but I'll probably do something else. Some cool stuff, though. Summer Days hat, that's pretty rad. Maybe I should get that. Cloak of Neri, that's cool. That surcoat's cool. Yeah, I do like that. I'm a dwarf, though. I'm probably alright. Sun hat's pretty rad. Yeah. Oh, the wicker chair! Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hammock is pretty dwarf-like. Definitely nowhere near that steed, though. Yeah, not that far away. I could always get mithril coin stuff. Alright, well, I'll probably do that a little bit later. In the mean, let me do another Hobbit race, I guess, to wrap up the show. Answer a few more questions. I'll have to wait. Alright. Sorry about that, Phil Boswell. I guess that's part of the reason why, even though we did have it available for a long time, we're bringing it back every anniversary, so that folks who, do need to go on summer vacation or that sort of thing will be able to finish the things that they did. I did do the dwarf race. I suppose I could always head over there, see if that's ready to go. Yeah, the fish pipe is pretty rad. Oh, the ring flag fell down. Yeah, I need to actually. So, short-term plan actually is I've got a computer over on that side. This one is going to be the DDO computer, and that one's going to be the LOTRO computer. And the reason for that is I keep having to tape up and bring down and tape up and bring down the backdrops for the thing. And by consolidating it, we can just sort of have a permanent backdrop that's a little more solid. And so that's what's going to be going on there. It's true, I don't eat seafood. I mean, I do see a lot of food and eat it, but, Why did I choose to level a minstrel? Mostly because of the musical instrument thing. I want to learn LOTRO's music system, and minstrels seem fun. Previously, when I played LOTRO, I played a hunter, so I felt comfortable enough with how to play a hunter. I mean, not like end game quality, but I was at least mildly familiar with the hunter, so I wanted to try something else. I've always kind of been a healer type. When I play MMOs, I just kind of like the idea of Dwarven Minstrel. So that just no real major reason other than that. Rejuvenation potion. Mason Hunter's armor. You know what? Let me actually open up a couple of these things. Mantle, waistcoat, hat. Yeah, I'll try the waistcoat. Why not? There we go. New skill there. Shoes. I'm just doing this while I kill some time for these hobbits here. Shoes. Those green pants have got to go. That's all there is to it. It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I like it. Let's see about that cloak. Yeah, forgot about that dragon kite. That's pretty rad. Winter's Light, maybe, though. It's pretty cool, too. Alright, I don't know. Where do we sit on Z Hobbits? There we go. Cool.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I'll go with Gladys again.
Good day.
Don't let me down, Gladys. It's a little wintry, perhaps more than summery, but I'll take it. For now. Those green pants are why there's a wardrobe option. I like it. Not gonna. Why equip the armor? I don't want to equip the armor. I'm fine with where I am. I'll deal with it later. When it comes to stats, I need to actually sit down and figure all that stuff. Garen. Nice. Chance Thomas got another pick recording Mordor music. That sounds great. High Elf has a combat roller. Is that for everyone? That's for everyone. It's not. So what's going to be coming here? This is a new animation coming. I can't remember if it's just for the Avatar revamp or if it's across the board. Might just be for the Avatar revamp, now that I think about it. But when you do, right now, when you kind of do a jump, you just sort of land stiffly. Depending on the height, provided you're not high enough to cause falling damage, you're actually going to do a little roll that people can see on Bull Roar. Is it still the plan to have another major update after Bull Roar before the year's end? Yes. Can we have a kitchen and restroom added to the LOTRO homes? I'm down for that. Go Gladys! Gladdy Chubb Baggins. Yay! Come on, you can do it! I have faith in you. Pretend you're a dwarf! Have the appetite of a hobbit and the constitution of a dwarf. But we have an option to keep the old animation. Not for that one, no. Because it's not really an animation. It's a lack of animation. Sorry, Alejo. No answer on the Valar and Melkor. I'm not giving out the Melkor fight info, and I am not yet ready to talk about what's in the pre-purchase bundle. So any rumors you might have heard are not something I would be able to comment on. Oh yeah, I should equip the Mathom armor? Okay, fine. No! Hurry up! Birdie's beating you! You can't get defeated by a Gamwitch, can you? Come on, what kind of hobbit are you? Yes! Come on, you can do it! No! Fine. Gladdy, I think I'm done betting on you. I will have to choose a hobbit of finer constitution. And that's going to do it with Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotraStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotro. Give us a subscribe, like, follow, whatever the verbiage of said social platform is. We would much appreciate it. I will be back next Thursday. I think by that point we'll have some pretty cool information. I will also be posting the sales later today. Because of the short week, we're not doing a beacon this week because we just had yesterday and today to work on it. So the beacon will be back next week, but we will have the sale and bonus information out shortly. We have a lot of good streamers running through the weekend, so please check them out and give them a follow, not just here, but also on their individual Twitch stream pages as well. Thanks very much, everyone. Have fun. Talk to you again soon.